All right, looks like it's starting. Just move this over here to the other screen. All right, here we go. 8, 7, 6.
For you, Will.
Wait, what?
My name is Alex Hunter.
They're doing it.
Like you, and every
There goes
other
my
kid
bingo.
that's grown up kicking about football. I've always dreamed of playing on the biggest stage for the best tactical minds in the game, alongside the greatest names. Playing in the park with my mates, I've already pictured it. Taking flawless 50-yard passes from Beckham.
Oh, boy.
Sending in Messi with the perfect through ball. Burying it in the top corner like Rooney. Now, this is the start of my journey. And you're all coming with me.
Hey, so EA's conference is done. Wow. There were a lot of things with this conference. Like, where really even to begin? So, like previous years, EA conferences are always kind of weird. They start off kind of well, and they end kind of well, but it's more alongside when they get to the middle is really where they mess up. And this conference was in the same realm. It started off pretty well with Titanfall 2. And that game, getting to it, actually, if I had this, I can skip forward to actual gameplay. Titanfall 2 is looking very promising so far. Like, we all knew it was going to be coming to PS4 already, but I'm interested in checking it out. Like, I'm liking the new concept with the grappling hook and the melee focus, and single player actually looks pretty fine too, which I'm surprised. Like, I'm happy they actually are going for single player, so that is one good thing. So moving on, then they start talking about their esports section where they will have like online esports focus, and then they had a focus on two like the big players for their latest Madden series. And this is where things got really dumb. So they brought the people out on stage, and this guy starts talking about how like he comes out with a broken arm. And they ask him, hey, how'd you break your arm? And he's like, oh yeah, I was racing with a friend of mine and my shoes were untied and I broke them. It's like, ooh. I don't know, like maybe it's wrong of me, but I was cracking up a bit. Like, it's like, man. And then they asked him, your shoes tied now? He's like, no. It's like, so past that, they started talking about Mass Effect Andromeda. They really didn't show much. It really didn't interest me like that much. It's kind of like, here's concept art, here's stuff we're working on. Don't expect it anytime soon. And that, like when I saw like some of the concepts, some of the stuff seems pretty interesting, but after Mass Effect 3, I'm not really sure I want to get on board with the series again. But I don't know, maybe if more stuff's shown, maybe it'll be good. This actually did like, so I did go back and look at this. Pretty much what it is when you play EA games in certain like events, they'll have like money, portions of money will go towards different organizations. Like I do like that. Like that is a pretty cool thing, along with their EA originals, which I'll get to. But this is when their conference took a turn for the worst, when they went into their big sports focus. We got young Dr. Dre over here doing some slam poetry, and like I haven't laughed so hard in a bit. Like I don't know why it was funny. Actually, hold on, let me turn the music down because this is just hilarious.
Burying it in the top corner like Rooney. Now, I have the chance to make that dream my reality.
When he
To put
ends
on a
it, when he
Premier
goes,
League
he
shirt
does
and
the end,
maybe
what gets
even
me.
one day step into the center circle of Wembley. 3 lions on my chest. This is the start of my journey. I know it won't be easy, but if I can perform on the pitch, make the right decisions
Where's
off
that?
it, and
It's
take
coming at the
advantage of
end.
every
It's
opportunity
like
that comes my way,
he's so into it. All this is for FIFA story mode.
is the start of my journey.
Here we go.
And you're all coming with me.
I don't know why
We've
That's
heard a
so
lot about
funny
the
to
talent.
me. Like,
With me.
still funny. Still funny. But getting back to it. So they showed off FIFA 17 story mode, and looks like that's gonna be the new focus now. Like EA had NBA 2K, they had their story mode with Spike Lee, so they're going more in that route. And I'm actually all for that. Like the Spike Lee joint last year was so ridiculous in that story mode that like I'm actually kind of excited in some way just to see what they're gonna do with that. Then they had their bingo. Well, they filled out my bingo card because they brought out the random celebrity cameo that seems to always happen in EA conferences. But we will get to that much later on. Then they talked about more things with FIFA and how they have new systems in place and new balancing, and now everything's more realistic, which I said it on Twitter. It's like it really feels like every year they've been saying that. Like every single FIFA, every single Madden, they always say we've got dynamic controls, dynamic passing. Everything is balanced now. Like everything's more realistic. Like every year, it seems to be that they always end up saying that. And this was when they started talking about their EA Originals program, which I actually did like this. Like giving a platform for indie developers to get their games out. Like I want to see more of what goes into this. Like if it actually is like they get no money, all the money goes to the indie developer and gives them just a platform to put their game on. I'm fine with that. And the game they showed, Faye, I believe it's the pronunciation. This was like my favorite part of the EA conference. Like Faye actually looked really cool. Like the art direction of it just it screams almost like, oh man, what is the name of that game? I can't get out of my head, but like this dark art style, and like I don't know. I just really like it. Like it seems like a pretty interesting game. Like I like the exploration of it, the little puzzles and platforming. Like I'm looking forward to seeing some more of that game. Maybe some more gameplay will come E3 week. They might have a playable on the show floor. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry about that. So moving on, they went into their Star Wars section, which really was a waste of my time. Pretty much is that, yeah, we don't have anything to show this year. There's stuff coming, but don't expect it anytime soon. That's pretty much what this was. Like they showed Stig is working on some game. They showed Amy Hennig's game, which looks very promising. Like they didn't show any much of it, but I know that it's probably going to be a very interesting game. Like she's had some very interesting projects, and she's made some of the best Uncharted games. So I'm looking forward to that one. Then they showed the little mini trailer Battlefield 1, and here's where things like celebrity cameos for no reason. Like, what did Zac Efron and Jamie Foxx have to do with Battlefield 1? And that was the conference. They showed this cool Battlefield 1 trailer, which looks nice. And I actually, right now, I'm watching on my TV the Battlefield 1 gameplay they've been showing. And that's pretty much the conference. They really did not show much. The only thing that they showed that was brand new and that we didn't expect was Faye, which was an indie game. Like that's like it's pretty sad when the best thing shown was an indie game. Like my positives, Titanfall 2 looks cool. I like that announcement. Battlefield 1 looks cool. EA Originals a nice idea. The charity thing, the EA Play thing is nice, and that I think that's really my positives for this conference. Like really, it was a very dull conference. Like the sports stuff really doesn't interest me. I know it's a huge market for EA, and that's really where they get the meat of their money. But I'm just not a big sports guy for them. I kind of got just tired of every year buying the same sports game over and over again. So the sports stuff really didn't interest me, and it got kind of boring. And it just wasn't really like that much like that was shown. Like I really wanted like more games shown. Like I would have loved to see either like SSX come back or Skate 4 or something at least. It really didn't feel like they played it a little too safe. Like we already knew kind of what happened before the conference started. Like they probably should have done a bit more. Like Like some of the Star Wars stuff was cool. Like Mass Effect was all right, but it really didn't like nothing really like just stood out to me. Like that was like great. Like that was a great conference. Like overall, like I probably would give this conference a D. Like it's kind of just disappointing. Like they could have done a lot more with it, and they really didn't do much with it. Now, I would definitely say it's much better than last year's conference. Like they improved, but it's not. It wasn't very exciting. So that's it for the EA conference. I'm now looking forward to the Bethesda one and hoping to see what they're gonna do. So if you want to watch my full reaction to the EA conference, the link is down below. If you actually do want to hear what I said throughout, just be on the lookout. And the warning right here: there are very loud audio spikes in that video, and it's an issue that I should have noticed, but I can't fix it now. So if you want to see the reaction, it's down below. And thanks for watching. Hope you found this enjoyable in some way. So that's going to be it for me. And I'll see you guys at Bethesda. Peace.